Hi and welcome to HuddleDo.com. If this is your first time here or just need a simple refresher, this short video should help out a lot. Now, this is your dashboard. This is your home base here at HuddleDo and where you'll manage all of your Huddle activity. Now, at first it may seem a little empty, but that's okay. You're only a few clicks away from adding your first Huddle, and before you know it, your dashboard will be full of Huddles and you'll be on your way to meeting more professionals in your area. And if you ever get lost and need to get back to your dashboard, well, there's a quick access link right up here in the top navigation. So let's go ahead and create our first Huddle. And if you notice, there's a big Create Huddle button here right at the top of your dashboard. This actually generates a pop-up. And within this pop-up, you have different areas that you can actually complete. Like, let's say, for example, Huddle name, Meeting with Professionals. And you'll want to go ahead and select a date. So let's go ahead and push it out to the 30th. And in the Huddle purpose, we provide an example, but this is a great area for you to kind of go into a little bit more detail as to why you want to meet with these professionals. However, for the sake of time, we'll just put meet to exchange leads and move on to the next area, which is the advanced scheduling option. This is purely optional, and it allows you to actually add additional details such as a time, a suggested location, say a Starbucks or a Coffee Bean or some local restaurant, and then provide the address and save it. Now, we're not going to use the advanced scheduling options in this demonstration. We want to move directly into going ahead and adding people to your Huddle. So you have two options. You can choose your own huddlers, or based on the criteria that you've suggested in the beginning, which areas of businesses you want to network with, you can actually let us choose for you. Let's go ahead and just choose our own huddlers at this point. So if we click here, essentially what happens is it takes us to the search page. Now, I'm going to go ahead and again make this very simple, and we're going to go ahead and add Jane Doe to your Huddle. So if you click Add Huddle, you'll see here that it defaults to the most recent Huddle that you just created, Meeting with Professionals. So let's go ahead and add Jane to the Huddle. Now, if we scroll down, we see John Smith. Again, the Add to Huddle button is right below his picture. So if you click that Add to Huddle button, again, the most recent Huddle that you created is actually going to default. So we're just going to go ahead and add John to that Huddle as well. Now that we're done and we've added 2 people, and remember, you might want to add up to 6 people because the idea is we want to send the invitations out to all 6 people, and the first 2 people that accept, well, you've got your Huddle. So let's go back to the dashboard and take a quick look. We can actually get rid of this so we don't see this again. And now what we see is we have, as Build Deal Maker, we have 3 Huddles in process. This is your status and the time remaining, and then the action column, which is the area that you really want to focus on in order to manage your Huddle. So if we want to take a look at the most recent one we created, if we go into the complete, we'll see here that these are the 2 people, Jane and John, that we've added. We have a variety of different features that you can invoke below each picture, as in identified by deleting the particular person you've just added to your Huddle, or sending that person an in-mail, or a Huddle mail as we like to call it. But at this point, you have the ability to add up to 6, so you can continue to add more huddlers, or at this point, now that you've got at least 2, you can go ahead and send the invitations. So we'll go ahead and send the invitations at this point. But it's important to remember this one feature of HuddleDo. Just because you've added people to your Huddle does not mean that you've actually invited them. You still have to send the invitations. And the reason we do that is we want to make sure that when you bring people in, you can review who you have not yet invited but added to your Huddle, and still make decisions as to whether you want to keep them in your Huddle or delete them and go out and find new. So for now, let's just go ahead and send the invitations. You'll see a pop-up that will be able to confirm the information that you're about to send out, and you can send the invitation out to email. Now, each of these 2 will get the invitation that you just sent, and the race is on to accept at this point. So that's how you create a Huddle, and that's how you manage your dashboard and the invitation process. If you have any questions, by all means, go to our FAQ section because we have a lot of details there as well. And check back on YouTube because occasionally we add new videos as we go along. Thanks a lot.